Jacinda Ardern was not that progressive. Those on the right will have you believe that Jacinda Ardern was some kind of communist revolutionary. The reality is that Jacinda Ardern presided over a very moderate government. Jacinda Ardern's government only passed a very small number of serious progressive policies. The Fair Pay Agreements legislation and abortion law reform being two significant examples. And these were notable achievements, but for the most part, Ardern's government was extremely moderate. A capital gains tax was considered far too radical. And a capital gains tax is not a radical policy. Australia has had one for decades, and the International Monetary Fund has recommended that New Zealand adopt one. The International Monetary Fund is not a very left-wing institution. The political right seems to think that Jacinda Ardern was some kind of radical Marxist. I wish they were right, but oh how wrong they were. At a debate before the 2020 election, Jacinda Ardern was asked about her stance on legalising cannabis. She refused to argue for either position. She stated that she didn't want to influence the public. This was a strange thing to say at a political debate, the purpose of which was to influence the public. But this represented just how moderate Ardern was. She wouldn't even argue for a position on cannabis legalisation. She was not radical, and she was not bold. She was a moderate liberal. She was not far left. There are plenty of progressive reforms waiting to be passed. A capital gains tax, a tax-free threshold, the abolition of the monarchy, the banning of big money political donations, a move towards a 4-day working week. The examples are endless. Jacinda Ardern and her government did not push these things. They were not radical, they were not that progressive. They were moderate liberals. And that is a bad thing. Make no mistake, the Labour government achieved some great things, and they were far better than the current government, but they were nowhere near good enough. Because moderate liberals are not good enough. We need real change, we need serious progressive policy. We need a capital gains tax, we need a tax-free threshold, we need a ban on big money political donations. We need to move towards a republic. We need a serious left-wing government, and if we play our cards right, we can get one in 2026. Because moderate liberalism is just a lesser evil. It is far better than some of the alternatives, but this country deserves better. Labour did some good things, but they were far from great. I don't blame Ardern for all of this. Like any party leader, she was just a representative of the party, and her power was limited. She did some good things, and led with admirable strength through some very difficult times. But her and her government should not be regarded as the ideal. The previous Labour government should not be regarded as anything near perfection. The government did not do anywhere near enough good. The government did some bad too, and the government came to be plagued by a lack of discipline. It is true that they were far better than the current clown show, but that isn't saying much. In 2026, we should not aim for a simple return to Labour. We should aim for a truly great government. Because New Zealand can do better. Because New Zealand deserves better.